Lord Rama to his brother Lakshman, we have no right to ask when a sorrow comes, why did this happen to me? Unless we ask the same question for every joy that comes our way. Elder brother Rama, Lord Rama to his younger brother Lakshman, it's like the senpai-kohai relationship. In our martial arts term, senpai is senior, one day senior to us in experience, not on age, or age also is okay. On experience, we call him senpai, means our senior. Senior is God. Whatever he says, we just accept it. Yes. If that is the strong feeling of a culture, then why do you fear? Why do you fear? You can go deep down. When you differentiate between the good and the bad, we have no right to ask when a sorrow comes, why did this happen to me? Unless we ask the same question for every joy that comes our way. We never ask. When joy comes, we never ask. That is our right, yes, our birthright. It is because of our luck, our hard labor. It is because of my family, my prestige, my background. But when sorrow comes, why I was selected? Why did this come to me? Enjoy that one also. When you got caught in a whirlpool, if you fight, you die, they say. It's not about fight, it's not about deciding this and that. Just enjoy the world. It takes you faster and you go with it faster. It takes you for a dance, go with the dance. Takes you for this, go with this, take you for that. As long as you know your individuality. Move in the crowd, but be an individual in the crowd. That is the strength. To move in the crowd, but be an individual in the crowd. If you don't move in the crowd will trample you to death. That is the accepted fact. But all this is, if your culture is strong, you don't fear. You don't allow another person to remote control you. Your culture has got busted. They made you a nobody. You allowed them to make you a nobody. They allowed you a greed to enter into the city, and then they tell you there is sorrow. There is sorrow. Yes, there is no sorrow. Even hypocrite says that when people fall sick, you don't feed him at all. It is fasting. It is fasting. If you feed, if you eat, you are eating for the disease. You are feeding the disease. When hypocrites can say, why are these dance in the cities in all the allopathy hospitals? Yes, yes. You are making you to eat and give you a lot of poisonous medicines, inject you, and you live in fear. You are allowing the medicine manufacturers to produce and produce because they know they already converted a huge amount of people to like their Facebook page. That is the factories. We have no right to ask when a sorrow comes. When a sorrow comes, why did you differentiate between sorrow? Let anything come. We are prepared. We have done our culture. Our family has made us do the culture. Family has taught us our own mother tongue, our father tongue. The tongue has become very, very strong. When the tongue is very, very strong, you do not have to worry. To any part of the world you go and talk, yes, they will get it translated. They are looking at your knowledge, looking at your style, looking at your flow. You got a proper, powerful flow. Why did you fear to speak your language? And the first African who wanted to go and sing on the stage, she was very scared, and the event manager said, no, go and sing. They will love you singing. And she said, no, with the long, thick lips and all my ugly body. She said, no, who worries about ugly body and the lips? Come. He dragged her into the stage, and she sang. The world was shocked. The Western world also accepted. And there was born Tracy Chapman. The song, yes. So the language is not very, very important. You have to stabilize your mother tongue so deep. Every parent, I was telling, every parent in the house, it is your duty to read, write, speak and listen. Read, write, speak. Read, write, speak and listen. That is stages of your language, that you make it very strong this COVID time. Your regional language, all of these languages you can take it, never mind. But your regional language gives us very strong support for all other languages. One seed, yes, one seed can create a very big tree, a huge big tree with 10 millions of cells. Yes, yes, millions of ideas of different languages. Once you have your own culture, your Samskriti, we have no right to ask when a sorrow comes. Then you have to ask, why did this happen to me? Then you will never ask, when I see your dance, a different dance, you will be only looking, oh my God, they look very cheap in front of my culture. When they speak, you will know the ethics, the manners, the etiquettes. Yes, yes, yes. Everything comes from your language when you go deeper and deeper from somebody else. Yes, yes. You cannot put your body into somebody else's dress. It should not fit you. What fits you, you could feel very good when you have the dance. You know what made you very strong, what made your hips to move, what made you very healthy. Why didn't you go to the doctor? You know, doctor, when I'm healthy, why doctor? The smallest medicines come your way. When you practice a culture back in your home, even the teacher is teaching that culture knows the medicine. It comes automatically from their mouth. When I was in Japan, when I have a little boil in the mouth, they say, oh, stomach, anything. Anybody and everybody in Japan, you know, stomach is bad. You do this, you do that. Yes. Same voice in India. Everybody knows. But you must go to the cultural people. Like I was talking about the music, the dance, the cooking, the gardening. You go to the village, my God, you climb the tree. And this COVID, if you're in the village, you climbing your tree. Whenever my children come to the ashram, they'll ask, we have the Singapore cherries, and they say, please pluck for me. I say, no, if you pluck, the taste will go. You must climb and pluck it. Then the taste is beautiful. So they try to climb up, and then they stretch the right hand this side, and the left hand this side. When they climb, they feel more thirsty, more hungry, and the taste becomes more, and they stretch the neck. They got the neck cases. The eye moves left hand side, eye moves right hand side, eye moves to see whether it is ripe or not ripe. They started tasting, and they know what taste, not taste. And the hip, the spinal column becomes strong, the hips become strong, the legs become strong, thighs become strong. You do not have to force them for an exercise. It happens automatically. We have no right to ask when a sorrow comes. When this is strong, when flood comes, you climb the tree. You made them very strong. In Pretty Woman, Richard Gere stops the car and asks her, wait. He removes his shoes and his socks, he rushes up, and he was walking on the mud, on the grass. Can you believe? Yes, mud and grass very difficult in the city. Unless you touch the Mother Earth, if you move into the garden. One man has got a paralysis, and I told him, yes, nothing, just get out of your room by force. Get somebody to push you with a wheelchair or whatever it is. Go to a small garden outside. Get down from the wheelchair. Sit down on the mud floor, play with the mud, water one or two plants. Then the sunlight came, the wind came, sunlight came, wind came. You touch the water, you touch the earth. Can you believe? He started standing up, he started walking. I can't believe there's no medicine without treatment without medicine called. We have no right to ask when a sorrow comes. Why did this happen to me? Unless we ask the same question for every joy that comes our way. When joy comes, you never ask why. It is your birthright. When sorrow comes, why did you differentiate between this and that? The day you differentiate between this and that, problems will come. Flow with the tide. Yes, problems come when the situation turns tough. The tough keeps moving. Lord Rama to Lakshman. We have no right to ask when a sorrow comes. Why did this happen to me? Unless we ask the same question for every joy that comes our way. This is the 43rd short discourses. I was forced to continue on request from several quarters. Please continue the discourse. So I will take it up to the 50th day. I do not know about the COVID 4.0 announcement coming out from central government. I'm waiting for the announcement. Nevertheless, I've decided to push ahead to reach a half a century. My children will tell me, hit half a century. Let me see, up to the 50th day. There's some were asking, please speak on Lord Rama. Some were asking me to speak this and that and that and this. It is very, very interesting. So many people asking so many things. I like varieties. Yes, I can twist and turn any variety. I like to jump and dance any varieties. Thank you for following me. God bless you.